Okay, hello, everyone. Say a nice big hello.
Nice big hello.
And welcome, audience, to the Slam Jam Wrestling Show. This is the comedy panel show which combines improv with trivia, other stupid challenges, and this is our SummerSlam special. And tonight we are going to do some predictions for SummerSlam. We are going to have some trivia based on SummerSlam, and then we'll probably do some other things. So, on the show tonight, we have Asad. Say hello to the people.
Hello to the people, my name is Asad Khan, and like always, I do not have a wrestling fact for you guys.
Okay, -1 point there, Asad. We need to encourage people to come up with points, so you're going to have a -1 there. TJ, say hello to the people.
Hey everyone, I'm TJ, and as usual, I'm reporting from my mom's basement. I might move out soon because, as most people say, since I'm an AEW fan, I get paid by Tony Khan, so I might get my own place.
Wow, okay, do you have a wrestling fact for us?
Does it have to be a SummerSlam fact?
If you've got one, but no, it doesn't have to be.
Not really. However, I do have a wrestling fact. So if you watch Wonder Woman 1984, you will see a ton of wrestling references over there. Wrestling magazines, wrestling action figures, and they were apparently put on purpose. They were not random things.
Oh wow! But like, put on purpose for what reason? Like
no. So I think it was the producer who is a fan who wanted wrestling references there. Like,
Okay. Well, that's interesting to know. Corey, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. It's Corey from Canada, and my wrestling fact is that December 15th is Rene Dupree's birthday.
Wow.
So there you go. There's Rene Dupree.
He's been in the news recently. Can anyone tell us why?
Oh, no.
No?
Yeah, you
Wait, everyone spoke at once.
What question did you ask, David?
Okay, Rene Dupree, he's been in the news recently. Why?
Did he reform the La Resistance to, again, resist?
No. Does anyone know? Cap?
Did he do a booyaka booyaka?
A what?
A booyaka booyaka.
I don't know. Asad?
He collaborated with Renee Young to create the show, the Renee Show.
No. Okay, so the reason is he did some podcast recently, and he may have said that he found that Goldberg was a bully, or that people generally were bullies to him, and stuff like this, and he didn't have a good time of things. I think one of the things was that they wanted him to go out drinking, but like when he started, he was like 19 or something, and because he wouldn't do it, then they abused his ring gear. Let's put it like that. Okay, but moving on. Let's see, who have we not met? Capelthave, say hello to the people.
Hi everyone. And yeah, I'm not sure I'm old enough to drink even. Anyways. I am Mcintyre. Speaking of SummerSlam, look what I got. SummerSlam. It's SummerSlam, the 2012.
Yeah, the light is on that so much that we cannot see it, but for our audio listeners, they cannot see it at all. So, with this...
I'm just going to assume it's...
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Okay, so replacing our traditional discussion and debate round this week, we are going to do some SummerSlam predictions. So I will go over the matches for SummerSlam, and you can each give us your take on what you think is going to happen. Cap, do you want to come in on something?
Yes, because I haven't told my wrestling fact. What I learned from these great collection... Oh no, that's documentary, sorry. From this collection of Randy Orton is that before he became a WWE superstar, he wanted to join the military, and he was in the military, and then he went AWOL. And after he lived in some places, and then he came back to the military, and he was put in a prison for 2 or 3 days, and then he was discharged. After that, he came back to his dad's house, and then decided to do wrestling.
That's Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Well, that is an interesting fact. I'm going to give you a point there.
I know what Asad wants to add. I think I know what he wants to add.
Asad, what do you want to add here?
It is completely off. What I want to add is it is sort of a advice that if you can, then there's no need to buy pirated DVDs. You can just download the videos through torrents.
No, shut up. Like, seriously, you can't be saying this on the show. What's wrong with you? Right.
Well, I can say one thing is that during like this 2012 and during those era, like right before online became a thing, even if you go to a DVD shop, you're not going to find an original DVD in Sri Lanka. There are official shops, but you can. Only in the city you can go and buy an original DVD. Like in other districts, they're not available.
Like Jean-Pierre Lafitte had a pirate gimmick, and clearly that is what we're talking about on this show. Corey, you wanted to...
Paul Burchill also had a pirate gimmick.
Very true.
Also what we were talking about. I have a SummerSlam related question.
Okay, go for it.
Completely my own volition here.
Mm-hmm.
What was the Mountie forced to do after losing to Big Boss Man at SummerSlam 91?
Buzz.
Yeah.
Didn't he have to spend a night in prison?
Oh, very good, David. Immediately. All right.
Since we are talking about prison and Randy Orton, so everything Cap said did happen, but he missed out one funny thing. Do you know what?
No,
Yeah,
you don't.
He used to shit in people's bags.
What?
What is going on? Like, well, it's meant to be. This is meant to be a SummerSlam show. Like, what is going on? Okay, what did he do, TJ?
He left a little present for the Marines before leaving, and you can guess, given the presents he leaves in people's purses.
He shits in people's bags.
Okay, fantastic. This is a serious wrestling discussion we're going to have now, and we're going to be doing some SummerSlam predictions. So I will go over the card as listed on Wikipedia, because that's usually more accurate than the actual WWE website, and we can give our predictions, and then next week we'll see if we were correct or not. So, first of all, we have Nikki Ash versus Charlotte Flair versus Ria Ripley for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Who do we see as coming out on top here? Asad, what's your thoughts on this?
The superhero will come out on top because Ria Ripley will take the fall after a hellacious three-way.
Okay, so you're just saying that Nikki Ash is going to win, basically.
And Charlotte is not going to get pinned.
Okay, Corey, did you have a thought on this?
Yeah, I would like to echo exactly what Assad said, but I hope she brings back her most devastating finisher, the flying crossbody, to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna say that after the events of like this last weekend with Triple Mania, I think Flair is going to get pinned. She is going to be punished for Ric Flair turning up instantly on another promotion show. So I think Flair is getting pinned. Also, isn't it been a thing that Flair missed? Like, there was a thing that there was a show in Charlotte, North Carolina. She was in the main event. Advertised for, and she no-showed it. Maybe she told them, but it's because she was going to be with Andrade and Rick. So
yeah, Andrade and Rick. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so anyone else? Who do we think is coming out on top of Ash, Flair, and Ripley?
I'm also going to go with Assad's prediction. I think the exact same thing is going to happen.
Yeah.
Ripley's going to get pinned.
Okay, Cap, what do you reckon here?
I'm with whatever TJ said during that post.
Love it, guys. So we all have like a diverse range of opinions here. No need for discussion or debate. Next up, oh wow, this is almost certainly going to be the main event. But listed here, second match is Roman Reigns. But well, let's skip to this. I don't know why they put these in this order. So the Usos versus the Mysterios. Who do we see coming out here? This is obviously for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Asad, what is your take?
I don't have a take, I have a question. Who is the tag team champion this week?
So the Usos are.
Alright, okay.
Anyone watching this show at this stage is going to be like, do these guys even watch anything?
I genuinely don't. I'm going to make this clear. I haven't watched wrestling in years.
Yeah, so this is Assad is about to be future endeavoured, but Corey.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best. For maybe we don't, Assad. I believe it'll be a young Rey Mysterio because he has to defend his Latino legacy.
Sure.
Wow, look at that. And
yeah, Dominic's actual father.
Yeah, I was going to make that same joke, but yeah. Fantastic. And anyone else? What's our predictions here?
I'm going to go with the Usos.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do agree on this one. I think it makes sense storyline-wise for the Usos to have the belts.
What heel tactic will they use to retain, though?
I think they're going to get a clean pin. I think it's going to be a clean pin, and Dominic is going to turn on Ray.
I don't see that happening.
Bold prediction here.
I don't see that happening.
It's too early for that to happen.
I think we're going to get a tease of it, though. I think there's going to be some error, some mistake, and maybe, like, Mysterio's going to accidentally hit Dominic or something like this, and then Dominic's going to, like, get into a strop, shove him down, walk off or something like this, is my prediction. They'll reconcile, but...
Or it could be the other way around.
Nah.
Ray is not turning heel.
Has Rey Mysterio ever been a heel?
He should, though. He should turn heel. That would be interesting to see.
I think there's only one time Rey Mysterio was heel in WWE. It was when he came out number 30 at the Royal Rumble, where people were expecting Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks.
Might I just say that it's amazing that WWE has all these matches planned so near to SummerSlam, because I've heard the matches being planned up until the last minute.
Yeah, this is all subject to
change.
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah. So yeah, that's very good, Assad. That they are planning what their show is going to include. Anyone else on this?
Bianca's gonna win.
Okay, tell us why, TJ.
I don't see her dropping the belt anytime soon. I think she's going to drop the belt. However, because Charlotte might be punished and she won't get the Raw Women's Championship, clearly means she goes to SmackDown and wins their Women's Championship. That's how they deal with Charlotte.
I honestly think it's going to be interesting. Like, WWE will probably... I think they're absolutely going to try to keep Charlotte. But if she's got it on her mind to not stay at all, there's going to be nothing they can do about it, and they'll just start burying her, I reckon.
I have a very different take on the Charlotte, Ric Flair, and Andrade situation, which doesn't go with today's discussion, so I'll save it for another day. I have a very different take.
Okay. What do you think? Like threesome? Like, okay. So anyway, Corey, what's your thoughts?
I will not count that possibility, by the way.
Corey?
He's the dirtiest player in the game, so I wouldn't put it past him.
There you go.
But I'm just noticing now that SummerSlam starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is my time zone, which is a 1 a.m. Your time, David. And I'm not sure what time that is in India. Do you know what that would be? 8 p.m. Eastern? Your time?
Maybe 5:30 a.m.
Okay, but you know what time that is? That is boss time. Therefore, it's going to be a Sasha Banks win for sure.
I love that build. I love that build, yes.
Okay, Cap.
It's amazing that Corey builds his answer better than WWE builds storylines.
I mean, that's not saying much. That was amazing by Corey, but saying the build-up is better than WWE is not saying much.
Yeah, it's a low bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, just also, like, I'll clarify this here, because I just thought of it. So, in terms of next week's show, so whether you're actually on next week's show or not, like, we will score points. People will get points based on their predictions today. So, if someone gets everything right, then next week they might win even if they're not on the show. How about that? So, Cap or Fave, who do you think's winning? Bianca Belair or Sasha Banks?
I haven't actually followed it, but I do want Sasha Banks to win because, I like him.
Okay. I say that Bianca Belair is going to retain, just because this is obviously WrestleMania main event return match, and I just don't think it makes sense just to go back on this yet. I think it would kind of undermine that ever so slightly, because if Sasha had been there the whole time and they'd had a return match in between. But yeah, Corey.
All right, David. Where was Bianca Belair a few months ago before she debuted at WrestleMania?
Where was she before she debuted at WrestleMania?
Like, what promotion was she part of? Not Raw, not SmackDown, but
NXT.
NXT.
And what has happened to everybody that's been called up from NXT as of late?
They've been fired.
Or they've been carrying crossed, which is a whole different story.
Yeah, true. But Bianca's been there a while, and obviously Charlotte was in NXT as well. So, like, a lot of the roster has come from there. It's just anyone that's come from there in the last 6 or 10 months has been jobbed out. Okay, so next up we have Edge versus Seth Rollins. This will probably be a decent match, but I don't honestly care about this storyline at all.
Rollins is gonna murder Edge.
That is the heel, right?
No. What?
Oh, so it's Edge.
Rollins is gonna murder Edge.
Look, legally as a Canadian from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where Edge, Adam Copeland, resides, I gotta go Edge. I don't want to, because I think that Seth Rollins is putting in some great work, but it's gonna be Edge.
I think it's going to be a good match, but like I haven't been gripped by the build up to this one. I think personally, Edge needs to win. I think Edge, with his return storyline, unless once again with WWE's booking, with Christian's recent fortune, they might take it out on Edge. So
Why?
That's true.
Yeah.
But like if it makes sense to carry Edge's fame up to WrestleMania. We're not sure how long it'll be here, so it'll be best to keep the feud going on, I think.
Unfortunately, in my opinion, they've dropped the ball on Edge. Like, obviously the pandemic happened. His return last year was, obviously they weren't going to put him straight into the WrestleMania main event last year, because they were like, well, what if he, gets injured straight away and he can't do this? But then he had like his feud with Orton, and then it's like, right, we're gonna go for it on Edge, and yeah, they absolutely ruined his momentum as a face. They had to make him a heel. And Corey?
Yeah, no, you said his thing with Orton, but I think you misremembered. It was the greatest wrestling match ever. That's how it was advertised and they delivered.
Yeah.
It was 4 hours long, and it was...
Yeah. The WrestleMania match was a legitimate 45 minutes long, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
that
anyone...
was in Canada, there's rules. It's called Canadian Content, CanCon. And so, like, legally, if they wanted to stream in Canada, they had to have at least 45 minutes of Canadians on screen at one time. And so that's how they did it this year.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I also feel that match was the reason why WrestleMania was done over 2 nights.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? They were probably like, we're doing this over 2 nights now, so we've got time that we need to fill in.
Yeah.
So
Imagine doing an Undertaker entrance and that match on the same card.
That would be all there is to that card.
Yeah.
On that.
Okay, so did everyone... Assad, who have you got? Edge or Rollins?
I have no idea. I've not been following the storyline, but if the whole thing that you said about his debut and his return to WWE, I think Edge needs that win more than Rollins does, because at this point, Rollins winning is not going to do anything for him, because he's still going to be at that same level where he's been for a while.
Yeah, agree. Okay, anyone else on this that hasn't given their prediction? Okay, moving on then. So, Sheamus versus Damien Priest. Sheamus is the current US champion.
I literally don't know what...
I think Sheamus needs to get out of that United States Championship
about.
and start doing the other championships, like at least Intercontinental or something. I don't like Sheamus as United States.
How is that going to help anyone ever?
Those are equal level belts.
Yeah, equal level belts. And I have a
At least
question.
it looks pretty.
Didn't Sheamus return with his old music?
Yes.
What?
He did?
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
You mean the song music?
The
White
song
noise.
music. So welcome to
Yeah.
the Slam Jam show where we don't know anything about anything.
No, but yeah, Sheamus wears a mask now, so there's that. He's got that going for him.
Yeah.
So that might put him over the edge from the pun.
Yeah, yeah. I think Damien Priest should win this here. He needs it for
Should.
momentum. Like,
Should.
I think if he doesn't win this here, then he's going to go down on the card.
Wait,
Like,
David, where was he coming from a few months ago before WrestleMania?
do you know what? I don't know. Like, wasn't he like a backing
From
singer for
Barcelona.
Bad Bunny?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But Bad Bunny did better than he did in that match, in my opinion.
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Corey, and because he has the mask, he's probably gonna gain some sort of powers. So I'm gonna go with La Sheamus Loch Ness Monstera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Full name.
Sheamus
Okay.
Loch Ness Monster.
I was trying to figure out a luchador name for Sheamus. La
Okay,
Sheamus
but like Loch Ness Monster is a very Scottish thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Monstera.
Said Monstera.
Anyway, let's just like who's got Damien Priest winning? Anyone got Damien Priest winning? Just me, Capital Thave as well. Everyone else is going for Sheamus. Then we have the match we've all been waiting for: Jinder Mahal versus Drew McIntyre. Like, this is a match 10 years in the making.
I heard Jinder can use his sword. Sorry, Drew can use his sword.
Yeah.
Angela.
Wow.
Andrew?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has a
you've got-
sword called Angela.
Yeah, he's got a sword now, David. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal.
Right. So, who do we think's winning this?
In a sword measuring contest? Oh,
Ow.
Jinder looks like he's packing.
Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't. His past run with the WWE was quite short, but now it's bigger and more powerful.
I think we talked about this last time, but why isn't he using the Punjabi prison for this match? Like, this is the biggest party of the summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine Drew chasing Sheamus with a sword inside a Punjabi prison.
That's money. That's Vince would love that.
And then Khali would interrupt and take the sword and break the whole fucking prison down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his chalk.
Yeah, I'm over
Chop
that.
in one hand and the sword in the other. We are overbooking the shit out of this show.
Yeah, no, I'm losing the will to live inside, but so did out of everything everyone said, because I tuned out quite quickly, but did anyone actually predict a winner?
Drew
Okay.
wins. Drew
Yeah.
wins.
If it was Punjabi prison, it would be Jinder. Although Jinder Mahal is technically Canadian, so I have to vote for Jinder.
Okay. I think Jinder is going to lose, and this is just that they don't know what to do with McIntyre for a while, and they were like, oh, you used to be in this Job Squad team, and it's just a short distraction, and then soon enough, Jinder Mahal will be back off of television. So,
It's too real. This is supposed to be a comedy show. This is getting depressing.
What if, just hypothetical, what if Heath Slater returns at SummerSlam
Yeah, I was going to say that.
and they have a moment, a SummerSlam moment, where they just bond together?
Yeah, he's
If
got
that
kids.
happens,
yeah.
that would be my SummerSlam moment. Not even kidding, not being sarcastic.
Yeah.
That would be my SummerSlam moment.
Wow. Okay. We can hope. So moving on, we've got Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss. So who have we got for this?
Hey, you did not call that match correctly. It's Eva Marie with Dewdrop on her corner versus Alexa Bliss with Lily on her corner.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Asad, do you know who Lily is?
I have no idea, and I'm legitimately surprised that you know this as well.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason. Do you know? I'm
Oh.
assuming the others know who Lily is.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
She's terrifying.
Yes, someone please
What
tell
is
us
the
that.
sock puppet,
Someone,
right?
I want to see his reaction. Someone
What is
please.
the sock puppet, right? Is the sock puppet or the doll, maybe some shit like that? Yeah.
So Alexa Bliss
That's
is
Lily.
still doing the Sister Abigail.
Sister Abigail's gone.
Yeah.
Right. So who have we got winning this? Are we going for who's going? So Assad, who are you saying?
Eva Marie.
Okay. Yeah. Corey?
I know who
Bliss.
Eva Marie is.
Because she was around 10 years ago.
I now know.
I mean,
So you don't know who Hogan is, but you know who Eva Marie is.
Yeah.
You don't know who Hogan is, but you know who Eva Marie is.
Yeah, 100% knew. I'll give you details.
So, I mean, I love Doudrop.
Marie?
She's definitely... They're really not burying her at all. But I got to give it to Lily. Lily's going to win.
Yeah.
Assad ran away. Lily literally made Assad run away.
Yeah. Do you know, like, my prediction, though, is just because they have fired Bray Wyatt and he might go to AEW, they're going to phase out all of this Firefly Funhouse stuff, and so they're going to punish Alexa Bliss. Because that's my theory on everything. Right, moving on.
Wait. I think I'll add a little bit to this. I think Doudrop is gonna try to help Eva Marie, but cost her the match, like unintentionally. That's gonna further that feud.
I need to know what the fuck is a Doudrop?
It's a woman.
Yeah.
Oh my
She's like Piper Niven.
Piper
Viper.
Niven. She used to
Viper.
be in
Viper.
like NXT UK, maybe
UK.
even. Yeah.
Piper Niven. Like, I don't know.
She's a very talented wrestler though.
But now she's called Doudrop.
But now she's
Yeah.
Doudrop.
Because Vince McMahon thinks it's funny to call big people dumb names.
Yeah.
He's a mature man. Very mature.
Funkasaurus.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, so I've given up caring to see if you actually did predict on that one. So, moving on.
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa
AJ.
Bliss.
Okay, good. AJ and Omos versus RK Bro, Randy Orton and Matt Riddle.
RK Bro.
Oh no.
What to win the tag team? Says for the Raw tag team titles.
Yeah. So this is obviously gonna, like, the whole thing is gonna lead to Randy
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to lead
Orton
to.
versus
Yep.
Matt
I'm
Riddle
with
at
that. I'm
maybe
with
next year's
that.
WrestleMania. And what's
TJ?
a better way to build the feud than
Right.
how will they ever coexist?
TJ, you said Matt before the name Riddle, and you should not do that because Vince got you not to do that. So when you Google Riddle, he doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Right. Riddle. So Riddle and Orton win because they're gonna build this up to WrestleMania, and what better way to build it up than the classic? How will they ever coexist?
Well, there we go. I think AJ and Omos are keeping this. I don't see that they're losing this at all anytime soon. Rated RK Bro, or it's not even called rated, just RK Bro. Yeah.
Rated is the H, right?
Yeah, that would be Edge was part of the faction.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's hard to overcome AJ because he's a flat earther. So I mean, he's just going straight through.
Do you know what? I love that there is that rumor, and I love the fact that he hates. It's just like, where did that come from?
Yeah, but I mean, he should be able to tell just by looking up at Omos that there's. He's like, oh, you're further away now. I can see that.
Okay, so who is for AJ and Omos winning that? So Corey, myself, Cap, TJ, Assad, you going with RK Bro?
No, we just don't care.
Okay,
I am
fantastic.
going with RK Bro.
Our audience
Good
must
attitude
be
to have in a
loving
show.
this. Right, but look, just because Assad was future endeavoured doesn't mean that, you know. Okay, so let's get on to the main events. Of course, we have Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg for the WWE Championship. My prediction on this is, we can bring in the whole Baron Corbin aspect, bring on the whole Karen issue, but the Baron Corbin situation here. But my prediction is, based on that as well, is that Lashley is going to lose the championship to Goldberg. Baron Corbin is going to turn up and attempt to cash in, which is nonsense, obviously, but that's my prediction. But then Big E will take advantage of it and cash in himself. And so Goldberg will get it, but then Corbin will turn up and then Big E will capitalise, is my prediction.
That's a bold prediction.
I mean, that's wild and insane, but I I kind of love it, so I'm going with that.
Yeah.
I'll be right
I
back.
do want to make Bobby Lashley goes to WrestleMania and have Brock Lesnar match though. So I don't want this to happen.
I think
maybe after the WrestleMania match, like if Bobby beats Brock Lesnar or Brock beats Bobby, they cash in and this craziness happens at WrestleMania. I'm all for that.
I think Bobby Lashley is winning.
Yay!
It's very obvious for Bobby Lashley to win, but we had Goldberg lose the Universal Championship at WrestleMania last year to Braun. He came back for a WWE Championship against McIntyre to lose. If he just loses again, I think that Goldberg is overly devalued. So I think.
Let me say this.
Hang on, there is one other. Hang on, Cap. One other thing. If you have listened to the New Day's podcast, Big E wants his dream match to be with Goldberg. So I think what's going to happen is Goldberg wins. Whether or not the Baron Corbin bit happens, it'll be Big E walking out with it, and then they will have some return match, whether it's in a month or later on, and then you'll get the big meaty men slapping meat that Big E always wanted.
Plus, they also need Goldberg looking strong because they have a Saudi show coming up.
They do. And he'll be wrestling on it, no doubt. So,
of course.
Okay, Cap.
Let me just say, Goldberg after his return does not look impressive at all. I don't feel anything when he.
Who would have guessed? We would have never guessed that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we all feel the same. I mean, I get more excitement seeing Brock Lesnar, even though that's kind of also a difficult story. But
What do you mean you get more excitement? What does that mean,
not
Cap?
that excitement.
I get more excitement.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't a hard question, but maybe it was. Assad.
So, I completely love the ideas that you guys spewed here, but I'm gonna take a different route and say that they're gonna have a decent match, which is precisely longer than 3 minutes, and it's at some point Goldberg's son is going to interfere and turn on his father.
Ooh, that's a very bold prediction as well. Do you know what? I think WWE are kind of loving Goldberg's son. I think he's only 15. So this is super long-term planning. But if they look at him and think, well, he's going to... Because even just like Goldberg pointing him out, he's getting support and cheers from the audience. And they're looking, and I think within 5 years, we're going to just have Dominic Mysterio. We're going to have Gabe Gold... I can't remember what his name is. Gabe Goldberg. So...
And then Nicholas shows up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Corey, who are you going for, Lashley or Goldberg?
Yeah, I think what you said is correct. I think that Goldberg will win because they've destroyed the Hurt business because that was the best thing going for a while during the pandemic years.
Yeah. Years.
Years. But that was such a great faction. All those guys were being elevated. They were using MVP, who he can still go in the ring, but he works almost better as a manager. Shelton Benjamin is such a talented guy. It's just they really waste that whole faction, and then they're just so I think they're just pulling the trigger.
No.
By Lashley, and then Goldberg to maybe Corbin to eventually Big E.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously we have this controversy with Corbin stealing. Twice within 1 month. Corbin stole the Money in the Bank, and apparently now he thinks he can cash it in. Just like he stole Finn Balor's contract, and then John Cena signed it, and somehow this stands.
Yeah.
Are you not sports entertained?
I am not sports entertained, no.
Can I have this prediction? They both do a move and they just knock each other out and they just stay flat in the ring, and then Baron Corbin steps in and tries to pin the champion, but then Big E steps in and breaks up Baron Corbin and said, I want an honest match or something, and then let the match carry on as it
You call him Baron COVID? Because that's pretty good.
Baron COVID. Right, okay, let's move on. So last one, and my God, this has been a lot more painful than I expected. But John Cena, Roman Reigns. Who do we have here?
I think if they like John Cena doesn't have any movie projects right now. All of his stuff are filmed, right?
He does.
He does.
Sorry, Cap. He does.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
that you haven't seen them, but they're there. Yeah, I think like immediately after SummerSlam, he has a project lined up.
Sorry, Cap. I don't think you'll be able to do the 5-knuckle shuffle to a Cena victory.
Okay, so
It brings so much excitement.
yeah. Okay. Any predictions? Look, Assad, you said
I'm
about
gonna go last.
this debate
I'm gonna
round
go
going
last.
on some time, and here we are, 42 minutes in. We haven't been able to just say 10 winners. Right, Assad.
I feel that obviously Roman Reigns is going to win. They're going to have some really near falls in John Cena's favor, and he's going to be the whole dramatic thing. Oh, what's happening? But it's not going to work, and the crowd is going to shit all over Reigns all over again.
But like it already happened, right? Reigns already beat John Cena. I mean, why repeat it again unless there's a different outcome?
Well, yeah, he didn't, not during this title reign, he hasn't, though. Not since becoming head of the table, you know. Okay, anyone else on this?
I do.
Yeah, go on, and TJ.
I'm going to go last.
Okay. My prediction is that Roman Reigns needs to win this. Again, Cena is part-time. They have started pushing. Well, once again, Ric Flair turned up on Triple Mania, so 17-time champion. It could happen here. Is that your theory, TJ?
Not just that.
Yeah.
But I have a little bit. So, okay, what I think will happen is Roman Reigns winning. Roman Reigns, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Roman Reigns should win because they're going to do the Rock thing.
Yes.
However, there is the Triple Mania thing. There's also one more thing that we are not accounting for.
What's that?
So WWE has they've said that SummerSlam is their WrestleMania this year. This exact week, something else is happening. A 1-hour show might turn SummerSlam.
Rampage.
What?
Yeah.
So Rampage. So, but okay. So, say CM Punk does debut on Rampage.
Exactly.
What does that then mean that WWE
so what
do?
I'm saying is, if CM Punk returns to wrestling and if he does that in AEW, let's face it, let's be real. Nothing WWE does on SummerSlam will top that. For that 1 week, CM Punk's return will be the big news, unless they have John Cena beat Ric Flair's record, and you have another stroke that's big enough.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But there is a chance just to counter this, and they can always do the Big E cash in. They can always have Big E cash in on Cena.
I think that's not going to happen. Like, so that doesn't counter
it
CM
hurts
Punk.
Roman. Of course it
doesn't.
hurts Roman, but do WWE care? They're just gonna put the title back on him and act as if nothing happened just for that 1 week's buzz. But yeah, my prediction is Roman Reigns, of course, but I think there's a chance of Cena winning because of the CM Punk thing. Just to take some buzz out of that, they might just give the title to Cena, also to punish Ric Flair.
Yeah. Okay. So who's got Cena winning? Who has got Cena winning? I think Reigns is winning. Anyone else?
I think that Roman Reigns will win, and he might be the head of the table. But I think this might be a chance for another faction to come up, another family faction to return after Reigns finishes and challenge for the title, and that family would be the Dudley Boys. So have Spike Dudley re-debut and challenge for the title because he had the most devastating coup de grace of them all.
Really true, really true. Okay, so with this, we will see who is right and who is wrong next week. This round did take a lot longer than what I expected, but with this, we will...
We need some comic relief at this point, and I have something over here. It is a little cheap plug for kayfabe news because I sort of read the greatest headlines recently that they posted. All right, so the headlines reads: WWE earns praise from scientists for drastically reducing its Corbin footprint.
Aha,
that was very good.
Like it, very
Yeah,
good.
I read
good.
that.
Yes, like that. Okay, so with this we will move on to our next round, which is going to be our headlines round. I will tell you some headlines from the world of professional wrestling, but blank out part of the headline, and then you have to predict what you think it is. I will award some points for if people guess correctly, or if they give a particularly entertaining answer. So, WWE releases blank. Anyone got a prediction?
The entire NXT roster.
Well, that is true. That's last week's news, though. Corey.
One of their head office guys, his name was Mr., and this is real, Seaman. So WWE releases Seaman. Just that.
Okay, is that actually a name? Is that actually...
Yeah, it is.
So WWE releases Seaman. I give you a point for that. It wasn't what we were looking for. Assad, did you have a prediction?
I was just saying that was the correct answer.
Okay, so it was WWE releases trailer for WrestleMania 37 documentary. Okay, next headline. Nikki Bella discusses her blank. Cat?
I don't know.
Her motherhood.
It's ancient news, but I'm just...
Guys, you can't all speak at once. Cap, what are you saying?
It's ancient news, but I tend to live in the past. She discusses her divorce.
Oh, no, incorrect. Anyone else? Nikki Bella discusses her blank.
Discusses her being a mom, her motherhood, because she recently
That is
became a
literally what Cap just said, but no.
No, her mom, her becoming a mom, not her divorce. Didn't she become a mom recently?
I don't know. Right, no, it wasn't that either. Corey.
I feel like this is just the way of the world now. She's probably starting a podcast. Does that sound right?
It's not. The answer we were looking for is she discusses her new look. So apparently she has a new look. So let's get a couple more headlines. We says, Omos says he only trained as a blank. Assad.
Security guard.
No, not quite what we were looking for. Anyone else? Omos says he only trained as a blank. No other predictions? Corey?
Impersonating a skyscraper.
Not quite either. Anyone else on this? Assad, did you have a second theory? Okay, great.
I think we Cap has something.
Cap?
The NFL player? You only trained as an NFL player?
No, and Assad.
Only trained as a flat earth conspiracy protecting
partner.
person.
Yes, okay, bonus points there. Okay, so Assad, did you have one final theory on that?
He trained as an origami expert.
Not quite. It was that... Okay, Corey?
Wait. He trained, well, he didn't train, he almost trained.
He almost trained. Right, no, it was that he trained as a... Yeah, he only trained as a singles wrestler at the WWE Performance Center. Now, with that, that was our headlines round, and with only a few minutes left, I will quickly bring you an update from the news desk of the Iron Sheik. And so the most recent headline from the Iron Sheik is, "Make today count, you dumb son of a bitch." So that was the most recent update from the news desk of the Iron Sheik. But with this, we're going to go on to a round of 20 questions. I'm going to think of a wrestler, and you guys will have 20 questions to ask me yes or no to figure out who it may be. So, with this, Corey, you get to ask me the first yes or no question.
Is this a currently active superstar?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Okay, Capelthave, what is your question?
Is this person a he or a she?
That is not a yes or no question.
Just raise it a bit different, Cap. You've got this. I believe in you.
Is this person a he?
Yes, they are a he. Okay, TJ.
Is he a former world champion?
Yes. Assad.
Is he part of the WWE and nowhere else?
Yes, that is fair to say. Well, hang on, what do you mean by that? I said they're not currently active.
Yeah, but they have not performed anywhere else.
Oh, then if you're asking have they performed anywhere else, then the answer would be no to your question. They have performed elsewhere.
Okay.
Okay, Corey.
I mean, but that doesn't exactly. So they might have had an indie run. I think what he meant was, are they major? Do you want to rephrase your question? Question aside.
Okay. Oh, okay. Has he performed in WCW at one point?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll allow that bonus question there, but Corey?
Is this wrestler alive?
Yes. Cap.
Has this person active during 2000 to 2010?
Does
Yes.
Cap know of him? Okay.
Yes, they were. They were active between those dates.
Okay. Is this wrestler? Okay. Is this wrestler a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Okay.
Was this person part of a tag team or a faction?
Yes.
Ooh. Was this faction for life, David?
No, they were not.
Okay.
Were they ever captured the WWE or the Heavyweight Championship?
Yes.
Yeah, we've already asked.
He already asked that.
Doesn't matter. He's asked us
Fair
again. Right. Okay, TJ.
Okay, so you said this wrestler is not active. However, is this wrestler associated with any wrestling promotion in a non-wrestling role? Maybe as or
Probably a manager or something.
yeah, manager
What do you mean?
or yeah.
What's your question? Just before I answer.
Okay, so has this wrestler been associated with any wrestling promotion? Doesn't have to be WWE. In currently or in this past month, and by association I mean they might be a manager. They might have made an appearance in a non-wrestling way.
I'm going to say no, but there is a way in which that could be debated, but it would mislead you, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, but just to be clear, by association, I also mean if they have made a major appearance somewhere, I would consider that an association.
Yeah, no, okay, so the answer is no. So, look, it would mislead you to say otherwise.
What was the answer to him being dead or alive?
Alive.
Alive. Okay.
Yeah, we've already asked that.
No, I just wanted to know this. I was thinking someone from the Radicals, but no.
I was thinking Ric Flair.
Okay, I'm not sure how many questions you've done. I'll allow 2 more questions each, though.
Wait, how many is it supposed to be? 21?
Like 20 questions. I'm sure you've just done
1,
20.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're only at like 14, David.
Actually? Okay.
Were you part of the Four Horsemen?
No.
But he's part of this person's part of a faction. It's not the Four Horsemen, not the NWO. They're not currently active. They're male. They once hold the title. They are alive.
They are a Hall of Famer.
They're a Hall of Famer that wrestled for.
Maybe someone from the Heart Foundation.
Wait, which Hart brother is deceased?
No, they're alive. They're alive.
They're alive. What the fuck?
Also, what the fuck?
Second that.
Is it Bret Hart?
Wait, are you asking?
That has to be the last question.
Are you asking, Corey?
Wait, sorry. Is this person known as the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be?
No.
Okay.
Could it be Natalia's husband? What's his name?
I wouldn't know.
Well, TJ.
He was not a part of WCW. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, Cap, maybe ask a question related to Kevin Nash.
But it's not NWO. It's not NWO. It's not NWO.
It's not the NWO. It's not the NWO.
Okay,
You
it's
already
not.
asked that.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Can it be the Hart Foundation still?
But who would it be?
Who else is a...
Jim Neidhart has passed away. It's not
It's
Brad.
not Brett.
Maybe it's Jimmy. Memphis.
What about Natalia herself?
How is Natalia a he or a part of the
Wait.
And how has she been part of WWE?
Okay, wait. Maybe someone from the Nation of Domination. Ron Simmons.
Wait a minute. Have we factored out The Rock? Because it could just be The Rock. Because David usually gives us a pretty easy gimme.
But The Rock is not a Hall of Fame.
I think
he's not a Hall of Famer. Also, wait. Let's look at this. When I asked him, is this person associated with another promotion? And by promotion, I mean he said there is a way to. He said that his no is there's a way to debate that.
What? No, I didn't.
No, you said it's debatable. You said that there is a way to debate.
No. The thing that was debatable was when you asked, had they appeared on TV within the last month? You didn't say for another promotion.
I said for any promotion. I did not say that. I said by association I mean appearances as well, and you said no.
Ooh. So I just looked it up.
That question's you're overcomplicating it there. Really.
Okay, guys, I just looked it up. The Rock is not in the Hall of Fame, but his father is, and so is Kid Rock. Do we think it might be Kid Rock?
Wait, Kid Rock is a singer, right?
I like how you gave such a great reaction. You're like, wait a minute, who's this person?
Okay, I'm going to have to rush you for the next question, whoever's question it is.
Any teams, throw me in, guys.
It's TJ.
I don't think we've established if this person was a part of the nation, and we need to know the skin color of this person as well.
Okay, is this person white?
Yes.
So it's not the nation. Okay. Could this be JBL?
Part of a faction.
Yeah, he just was put in the Hall of Fame. He's alive. He's not really active, but it's debatable if he is because he sometimes commentates on stuff.
Right.
He is not Bret Hart.
Evolution as well.
JBL was in Evolution.
No, I mean Evolution people.
Okay, Corey, just ask something.
The look of disgust on Corey's face when you're like, you think JBL's been in Evolution?
Does he have a clothesline that is from hell?
No.
Okay, so it's not Jibble. It's not Jibble.
Jibble.
It's a short for, that's what it stands for.
Might be Garchomp.
Let's talk about Triple H.
I was also thinking Triple H. Is this player known as the Cerebral Assassin?
Wow, you were like firing through questions that are just narrowing it to one person, but no, I'm not.
Yeah, but he might not be with WWE much longer, so we...
True.
I don't know.
Right, guys, it's like people are in the waiting room for the next show. I'm just dying.
We're killing David.
Excuse me, guys. Right, keep going. It wasn't the sneeze. Right, the cough.
Wait a minute.
Is it
Wait.
Damn.
It could also be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
I don't think Stone Cold's not in the Hall of Fame.
Of course he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
And he was in the Dangerous Alliance.
Was he bald? Ask that question.
Dude.
No. Stone Cold or Rob Van Dam.
Or it could be Drew Carey, who's also in the Hall of Fame.
There would be a lot of people
at this point. Were you the host of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
No.
It could be Kane.
You have used all your questions on that one, Assad. So everyone, unfortunately, you asked it. Okay, do you have a final question then?
Whose question is it?
Yours.
Yeah, this is the last question.
So we have who? We have Kane, we have Rob Van Dam, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin. Anyone else?
Technically, The Undertaker as well. No, he's not in the Hall of Fame, right? The Undertaker is not in.
Kane is in the Hall of Fame, and he was part of a faction for sure. He is not active, of course.
Just ask it, baby. You've got it.
Go ahead.
Is Rob Van Dam active?
No.
No.
Not at all.
No. Wait, did Kane wrestle in WCW?
Yes. He did.
Christmas,
He
I
did.
think Christmas Creature.
Go for
Yeah,
it!
the Christmas monster.
That was the Indies cut.
Okay. Just say a name. Rob Van Dam, Stone Cold, or Kane.
Kane, go with Kane. I like Kane amongst all of them.
Yeah.
What do you mean like you like Kane?
We like Kane.
I mean, at this point, we are selecting random.
It brings some excitement. So yeah.
Okay, come on, guys. What's your question?
Are you Kane?
It's my question.
Assad? As quick as you can.
Are you Kane?
No, I am not Kane. I was
Yay!
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You guys, fuck you guys. I was just about to say that. I wanted to make you guys happy with Kane. I knew it was Stone Cold. Fuck.
Yeah. Do you know what the interesting thing? A couple of interesting things. So he did his Broken Skull sessions. You said, had he made any appearances?
Oh.
And he's done Broken Skull sessions. And so...
But wait, wouldn't that mean he's associated with the WWE if he did Broken?
Yeah, but you again, TJ, you kept overcomplicating your questions because then you were like associated like in a major way, like a manager. I'm like, well, he's just on the network. Does that count? So this is why I said no, but if I said yes, it would mislead you. But then the other thing, he was in the Dangerous Alliance. You're correct, but the question was, has he been in a tag team or faction?
Or a faction.
So well done for even remembering the Dangerous Alliance, or just the Alliance. But yeah, there you go. So guys, we are super behind on things, so we're gonna have to wrap things up here. So having a look at the score, because we didn't have time for a quickfire round. Everyone won, but Assad, who has that -1 point from the start. So everyone is the champion, except for Assad this week. But with this, let's find out where we can find everyone on social media, starting with Capital Fave.
You can find me in the Geek Bound Show.
Okay, which is coming up in a moment. TJ, where can the people find you?
In my mom's basement, because that's where wrestling fans stay.
Fantastic. Where can we find you, Assad?
You can find me reevaluating my life as to not to make other people happy and go what my instincts are.
Okay, where can we find you, Corey?
Good News Toronto. It's at Good News Comedy on Instagram. We've got a friend show coming up. We've also got a live show happening in Toronto. And just so everybody knows, in the year 1997, Brian Pillman had to wear a dress because he lost to Goldust.
This is true, and then he died like a month later. So, with this, true story, sad fact, that storyline was never fully resolved. Assad.
I love how we did not discuss anything about SummerSlams that have happened before.
Well, we would have done, but everyone decided to not just say who. Like, it was meant to be quite quick on the predictions, but anyway, we will be back. And we will do a SummerSlam after show where we will discuss some other SummerSlam stuff. But from me, from everyone else, stay safe, stay extremed, enjoy Summer.